Well, I think this election is a really important election. And I think people need to know their choices in this election. And the job of the campaign is to make those choices clear. I'm going to take my job really seriously in this campaign. I'm going to campaign really, really aggressively to let people know the choice. And the choice is really important. We're laying out right now the troubles and the worries that Erin's going through. She's going through these worries, going through these struggles because of a company called Brookfield Investment. And the direction of that company was set by the board. Mark Carney was the chair of that company, the chair of the board that sets the strategic vision and direction of that company. And they decided, it's in their publicly available reports, that they looked at depressed assets. So they looked at buildings which had cheaper rent and said there's an incredible opportunity. In fact, in their own words, in their report, they said there's no better opportunity since the financial crisis of 2008 than this housing crisis to buy up buildings where people have affordable rent and find ways to squeeze more profit out of them. That was their strategic direction. This is the guy that now wants to be prime minister. I think it is very troubling that that is a person who claims to want to have solutions to the problems that people like Erin are going through. I think people need to know that that is not the guy. I'm really worried about someone like that making decisions in our country that are going to favor the companies that he worked for and are going to hurt people like Erin. I think people need to know that. I'm really worried myself about that. I'm worried about what that would mean for this country. I'm really worried about what Pierre Poilievre is proposing, to sell off our public land, to cut services, to cut healthcare at a time when people are already so worried. I think that is bad. That is a bad policy. That is a bad set of decisions. That's going to hurt people even more at a time when they need help. And so people need us. They need New Democrats. So if you believe that we should fight back against the corporate greed in housing and grocery stores that is jacking up the prices in your life, vote NDP. If you believe that we have to defend our public universal healthcare system, vote NDP. If you believe that you deserve to afford your groceries, to be able to build a good life, to be able to take care of your kid, and to be able to go to work and save up for a rainy day and maybe retire with a decent pension, vote NDP. We're the only ones in it for you and your family, for working people, for middle-class families. That's us.